Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another small custom turret that's easily deployable from a large vehicle over your enemy territory, and hopefully they'll clear an area so you can get your big expensive vehicles in and finish up the job. This sitting right next to me is the automated defense turret, which features a Gatling gun to blast your enemies with. Pressing F10 and finding it in the spawn menu, the automated defense turret, there it is 31 small blocks using the Warfare and Heavy Industry DLC packs. Got a nice lot of information about it on the Steam Workshop page, such as its stats, its features, and of course some notes regarding the DLC. And just above that is the other autocannon turret I shot quite some time ago, which is basically the same as this, but this one is a Gatling turret and it comes with parachutes so you can safely airdrop it to its desired location. Coming out of that and moving towards the very front, we'll have a quick look around the outside, we'll test out against a very small ship, and then what I've prepared all the way up in the sky is a lovely large ship featuring one hell of a lot of the turrets sitting on magnetic plates, ready to be dropped off at a nearby enemy headquarters, and we'll see what kind of chaos they can cause towards the end of the video. Coming all the way back to wherever it was, I might have lost it. There's one over here, let's just go over to this one. Might be the right one? Yes it is. So hiding all of the signals, there we go. Over to here at the very front, this is what we get for the automated defense turret. So what we can see is our lovely Gatling gun to blast our enemies with a camera sitting on a cylindrical column. Just below it we've got a hinge and rotor setup, which is how our custom weapon controller, which is sitting right behind it, is going to function, turn this thing all the way around, move it up and down, and track your enemies and hopefully destroy them. As for the base, it's simply a bunch of steel blocks, glass edge blocks with the digital camouflage skin, and moving all the way down and underneath it, that is all we get. So we can see a sneaky little battery there. There's the bottom of our weapon controller, and just moving all the way up, looking down on it, there we go. So that merge block at the back is how you're supposed to connect it up to your vehicle, connect it up to a ship, and have it dropped off. But what I opted for is just simply spawn them in upside down onto a magnetic plate, and do it that way. Anyway, around and towards the back, that's all we get. And that is a very brief look around the outside of the automated defense turret. Now what I can do is bring in the good old Dex fighter, we'll spawn this in, I'll give it to the space pirates, and I'll show you just how accurate this thing is, and just how quickly it can track the target. So all the way up to here, making sure I can actually fly this thing when I give it to the space pirates, yes I can. Just coming into here, selecting all of that, giving to the space pirates, there we go, hopping back in, and flying away. We can see the Gatling gun is doing a fantastic job at it shooting all the way around. I think there is another turret they spawned in earlier to test it out, also pummeling me from that direction. Yes, you can see it's doing a fantastic job at deterring this small little ship from getting close. So just imagine the large number that I'm going to drop off using my large ship in the sky. That's going to be one hell of a lot of damage. It's very self-explanatory with what it does, but I do love these small deployable turrets because they are very handy when you're going to an enemy territory, very handy if you're trying to take over an enemy pirate base. Say like a resource silo from one of the modular encounter mods. They are so handy for just getting rid of annoying drones, annoying turrets, before you roll up your precious vehicle that could potentially get damaged and set you back a few hours. But now what I can do is come over to my large little ship. What am I talking about? Come over to my large ship, we'll fly it over to the headquarters, I'll hover over it out of danger, drop all the turrets down, we'll see how it goes, and that will be that. So this is simply how it's been set up along the top, bunch of reactors, large atmospheric thrusters, all the turrets lined up underneath on their magnetic plates. Then at the front we've got a curved area which I can just walk into and get into the control seat. So here we are above the enemy pirate headquarters, it's just sitting right down there. There are a few holes in the ground from previous videos, so I am hoping there are some turrets alive on this station. If not, it's going to be very easy pickings for this turret. Yes, without further ado, I'm going to realign the camera, I'm going to press P, and down they all come. Once they come to a certain height, the parachutes will deploy, they'll realign themselves, and they should land softly on the ground and start blasting the enemy base. I'm going to turn it all the way around like so, there goes all of the turrets, there comes the rocket launchers off the station. They might be absolutely wrecked before they hit the ground, but there they all go, all the guns are firing, there's all the parachutes, they're doing a fantastic job at trying to disable all of their guns. And it looks like they are slowly being torn to shreds, which is a bit expected from this large station, because these stations are rather a pain to actually assault. But there we go, we can see some of the turrets starting to fire. It looks like they might be all disabled. And there comes a few more parachutes down to the ground. But there we go, that is pretty much it for the automated defense turret has to offer. If you use them sensibly in a more realistic scenario instead of what I've done here, they'll be a lot better, a lot more useful. So say you're assaulting a very small base, having a few of these dropped before you roll up will be very, very handy. Or even if you're just scouting all patches and want a handy little defense turret against enemy drones, these will be ideal. So there'll be a link to them in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with them yourself. I'd recommend you do because they are a fantastic little turret, very easy to use, very easy to set up, and very easy to deploy. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.